What's up, everybody? This is Maurice with Home Buyer Academy. I'm super excited because my son's doing karate. I know that's random, but I just wanted to get up on on here really quick to say hi to the people before I throw it over to my brother Chad. How's it going, bro?
Man, it's doing great, man. Just enjoyed watching Josh doing spinning sidekicks and all of that.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a problem. Next
Yep.
Karate Kid, you know.
Yeah, he is. He's a one in the making for sure. He got his punches down packed too.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. I felt him. I felt him this weekend.
Mhm. So you guys, just wanted to share really quick. We got a lot of exciting things going on, especially in the city of Orlando. We got a couple of vending events, a couple of workshops that we're finishing out the year with, and we got a couple projects that we're going to go that we're implementing as well. And so one specifically we're going to get into tonight. And so I'm gonna be in and out, but I need you guys to listen. I need you guys to lock in and hear what else is being added to Homebuyer Academy. So without further ado, I'm gonna throw it over to you, my brother, and you just let the people know what we got going for them.
Yeah, brother. Well, thank you so much for being so diligent to your cause as a father and also as a teacher in the community around homebuyer education, real estate. And man, I'm so excited right now, man. I'm so excited because we're in a season where we're really seeing transformation for a lot of individuals, for families and communities, right? Because real estate is empowering people. And I know for a lot of people on the journey, it might not feel like everything is going as smooth as you want. But look at that, the face of a proud father. This man's beaming over there. Look at you. Look at you. That's awesome, man. I can't hear you, but okay, cool. Yeah, but like I was saying, man, it might not always feel as if this home buying process or this idea of generating wealth through real estate is working for you right now or all the time. That's okay. It's a part of the process. It's a part of the journey. But what we really want to focus on is helping you to be able to buy real estate, protect it, and gift it. Because that's really what we want to do. We want to be able to buy as much as possible, make sure that we keep it, and then from there, gift it on to your family to make sure that you pass on the wealth. Because the good book says, the Bible says that a good man provides for his family, his children, and their children's children, right? And in many cases, it may seem far fetched. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to talk about a tool that could really help more people to do exactly that. Now, I wanted to ask you all a question. What do you think is the number one thing standing in the way of people owning a home? Right? If you think it's credit, go ahead and put one in the comments. If you think it's income, go ahead and put two in the comments. And if you think it's money to close, go ahead and put three in the comments. And we'll come back to that in a few. But I'm going to go ahead and give the answer really quickly, right? As a real estate professional, a lot of people always complain about credit. They always think that credit is the thing that's holding them back the most. And the truth of it is that probably mentally, credit is the biggest barrier to overcome. But in all reality, credit is the easiest of all three of those elements to get past. Because with following simple principles that are fail safes, you can't go wrong when you follow these principles. It's inevitable that your credit score is going to be what you need it to be to buy your house. And if you're employed, you could buy a house based on what you could afford. Simple. But the biggest challenge that I find is the money to close because oftentimes people don't really have the strength in saving. And as property values increase, that means that it's going to require a higher down payment, right? So the minimum down payment is as low as 3% for a conventional loan uh, based on your average, the area median income. But generally, we're going to go ahead and talk about it from a standpoint of a 3.5% because no matter where you are, um, you can get a FHA loan that allows you to put down as little as 3.5%. So if you were buying a house 10 years ago, that 3.5% would be a lot less than what it is today. So what we want to try to focus on is how can we eliminate the down payment as an obstacle? So there's this one particular uh, tool that I'll call it that you can use to change everything. And in that space, it generally works for family members, friends, or for people who really just want you to have the house. And this tool is called a gift of equity. A gift of equity. It is an absolute and total game changer. And what it does is it allows somebody to utilize the equity that they're going to be passing on to you as your down payment. So I don't know if your mother loves you like my mother loves me, right? But if my mother were to sell a house to me or one of my siblings, she's not going to sell it to me for what the market is worth. She's going to hook it up. She's going to look out for me. She's going to take care of me, And what that means is that if she has a house that's worth $500,000 and she needs to pay off a mortgage, let's say, right? She needs to pay off a mortgage. She's not going to sell it to me for $500,000. She might be willing to sell it to me for 450. She might even be willing to sell it to me as low as 400,000. Who knows? But the thing is, if that house is worth 500,000 and my mom wants to gift me that equity, sure, we could go into a traditional contract where it would be a purchase price of 450, right? And with that purchase price of 450, guess what? I still have to come up with a down payment of 3.5% minimum, right? At least. That 3.5% means that I'm going to be coming out of my pocket with a good chunk of change to buy my mother's house that she's leaving all of this equity to me. Or she can give me the house, sell me the house and go into contract at 500,000. Now you're saying, Chad, if you're buying the house for 500,000 and it's worth 500,000, where's the gift? You realize that paper money actually doesn't hold any real value, right? So much so that we probably don't even carry it around like that anymore. I hardly ever have cash on me anymore. But we have a social agreement that if I give you a $100 bill, I get back $100 worth of value. Now, when it comes to buying a house, a gift of equity is like a dollar bill based on the amount of equity that your parent, your friend, your family member wants to pass on to you. So in this example, my mom is going to give me a $50,000 gift of equity. So while we have the contract price at 500,000, she's giving me $50,000 that I can use as a down payment on this house. Not real money, it's all paper. And I'm not making this up. This is actually it's actually in the rules. You could actually do this. So effectively the way it works is now we're in contract for 500,000. She gives me the gift of equity, which is nothing more than a piece of paper that says gift of equity, and it asks for details about the buyer, the seller, the relationship, how much the gift is for, making sure that it's a promise that um, I don't have to pay this back, right? Which makes it a gift. But with that one document, now you have $50,000 worth of equity in that one paper. So I'm taking on a loan now for 450,000. My mother gets the 450,000 that she wanted, but that equity that she wanted to gift me, I get to use it as a down payment for my house. Voila. And in that example, that $50,000 represents 10% down. So that means that my mortgage insurance is going to be lower. It means that my mortgage payment is going to be lower compared to a $500. And my layout for the property is going to be significantly lower. Now, there isn't a cap on how much the gift can be worth. So if you wanted to gift 20% of the equity, that's possible and not a problem. And at that point, not only are you just going to be getting a lower mortgage payment, but you're also going to be eliminating any mortgage insurance because they're giving you more than 20% of the equity. And now you own 20% of the equity, which is at the point that mortgage insurance disappears. So this is an amazing game changing tool. And the reason why it really comes up for me in a way that really hits home is because I was working with this family a few years back, and the mother had passed away, and all of the children were on the deed, but there was a mortgage on the property, and all of the children, she had 4 children, all of them were working, all of them worked very hard and were trying to do the best they could. But between them, they couldn't save enough money to buy the house. And unfortunately, by the time they got in contact with me, they were facing a foreclosure sale, and they didn't really have the time to be able to do anything else but sell the house quickly. So I was able to buy that house, but I wish they were in a position because, like, I don't know if you ever experienced when people have pressure on them, it's desperation, it's desperation. So when I suggested it, one of the sisters felt like it was just too good to be true, and she didn't want to take a chance. She didn't want to take a chance on having the brother buy the house, pay them out, and be able to keep on living there and keeping that asset in the family. Instead, it left the family, and the property was sold to me and later flipped to someone else. All because they weren't in a position that they could have stopped, taken the time to figure the options, and then keep the property in the family. I don't want to see that happen to your family. I don't want to see that happen to other families. This is a solution that really changes the game. Now, my wife is a probate attorney, so she comes across scenarios like this all the time. And being able to have this as a tool that offers a family a different option than having to sell is a game changer, right? Because a big issue that we have in communities of color in particular is that when grandma dies, the house is probably going to end up in the hand of an investor. Now, if you're an investor, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing because you are, in many cases, providing a service that is the highest level of what that family can see at that time. But if we get ahead of it, what we're able to do is to tap in to be able to first and foremost do proper estate planning. That means get a will, trust, power of attorney, or at least a ladybird deed, which is an estate planning deed, which allows you to be able to list who gets the property after we pass. And that helps you to avoid probate. But in the event that you can't avoid it and you have to go through it, the next best step is to be able to do a ladybird deed, which allows, I'm sorry, which the next best step is to be able to do a gift of equity. So the property gets to stay in the family without the down payment being an obstacle to that purchase. I wanted to share that because I really think that if we tap into this particular strategy, a lot more individuals who are in that experience where they lose a family member, they don't have to lose the blessing of the equity that that family member had built up. They don't have to lose the essence of that legacy that the family member had in their spirit to be able to pass down, but might not have had the foresight or the information to make that a reality. But with education comes transformation. So share this video, share this concept. And if you have questions, go ahead and book a call so we could tap in and we could show you how you could actually take advantage of a gift of equity to make sure that your family doesn't continue to lose wealth, but instead is able to buy it, keep it, and gift it. All right. So Brother Mo, just wanted to tap in and share this information with you guys tonight in this next episode of Homebuyer Academy. Uh, I don't know if he's still with us or if he's with Josh at his karate lessons, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about it too. Let me know what you think. Let me know what doubts, what questions, what what you think about this whole concept and what it could do for you, for your family. Also, keep in mind, Mo mentioned that we're going to be adding additional things to Homebuyer Academy, and all that is that we really want to tie a bow on how we impact our community. Right, the number one thing we want to do is to buy property. because if you don't buy something, there's nothing to protect. But once you buy it, we want to make sure that you take all of the proper steps to protect it. And once you've protected it, we want to make sure that you do the appropriate thing to plan to gift it to the family. And I think it's important that we use that word gifted, because who doesn't want to be a blessing to their next generations?
Mhm.
I know I do. And that's what we're working towards. And we're working towards empowering more people to have that same mindset, but not just the mindset, but the resources and the understanding of how to do it in a way that's going to bless themselves and their futures. All right. So I see you back on the road, my brother.
Yeah, I just wanted to hop in, and just kind of add my 2 cents to what we're talking about here. A lot of times people wonder, you know, why they can't keep up with the Joneses, and that's because they're not. I mean, I'm not saying that because I'm a Jones, but but I'm
Ah,
saying like what you're sharing is people set things in place to leave an inheritance, to leave things in place, and they pass it down, and they develop a habit. But I feel like one thing that some communities, some cultures, some of us deal with is we always have to start on level one, right? We always have to, set our own foundations instead of taking advantage of passing down and, take advantage of our family inheritance. And so what we want to do is open up that lane of real estate and home ownership to you all, so y'all understand you could pass down homes, you could pass down wealth, you could pass down wealth of knowledge. And what we're doing is passing these things down to you so you can set these systems in place. So for you guys, just like our kids, they're going to be in a better position. Our goal, our hope should be to put our kids in a way better position than us and teach them the things that they need to do. So, the stuff I'm learning and achieving in my late 30s, about to be early 40s, they know in their early 20s. I say early 40s is to you.
okay, there we go.
Late 30s, early 40s for Chad. But our kids are going to be getting that in their,
Well, I'm 27.
early 20s. You know what I'm saying? So,
I just
you're
decided
27.
to
Yeah,
say I'm
I'm
27.
forever 21. I'm forever 21. So, so I just wanted to add that in there. Like the what you should be looking at is not worrying or stressing about making it from this paycheck to the next paycheck, but start mentally preparing yourself to say, how can I set my kids up for the future? How can I set my family up for the future? What can I do now that my grandkids will be blessed from?
That's dope. So don't worry about from this paycheck to the next paycheck, but from this generation to the next generation. There we go. I love it, brother.
Oh, they go to hey, I think we just found the slogan.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop living paycheck to paycheck and live generation to generation. Oh,
Yo, listen. If y'all heard that tonight,
sorry.
don't try to,
Yeah,
yeah,
don't
don't trade.
trademark it.
Matter of fact, we
Thank you.
doing that right now before we even go get off this
Hmm.
live. But yeah, but yeah, my brother. Yeah, thank you for actually committing to our community, even though you're committed to your children at the same time. I honor the father and the
Hmm.
man that you are, bro. I think it's amazing and it's super dope. So yeah,
Likewise.
are you single by any chance?
You know this, man.
All
You
right,
know
all
we're
right.
on a
Chill,
mission.
chill, chill, chill. All
You
right,
know we're
chill,
on a
chill,
mission.
chill, 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 chill.
And so just for those that are listening,
All right, cool. All right, my brother. Well, listen,
I'm a
man.
great father. I got a couple businesses.
Doing some
I'm
big things
just
out there. Doing big things out there, man.
doing some big things. Not
No,
much,
not
not much. I'm a
yeah.
man of God,
And
though.
showing off the guns, showing off the guns. I see you, man. It's all right, man.
Right. I work out every day.
Yeah.
Take care of my
Slight thing.
kids. Yeah, nothing major.
Yeah, man. But all right, bro.
But
Yeah, man. Get ahead, man. Get to your family, man. I just wanted to drop some knowledge tonight, and I hope that it's a blessing because this is just a nuance. This is a nuanced space that not everybody's going to tell you about or everyone's going to be able to talk about. But listen, it's a game changer. So take advantage of this information. And we have all of the resources that you're going to need for every part of your home buying, home ownership journey. And a part of that is making sure that you secure the assets for the next generation. And thank God we have my wife, Taylor Murray, who is an estate planning and probate attorney. So if you do come across opportunities to be able to uh, secure your investment and you do buy a house, you do need to speak to someone like her to get your will, your trust, your power of attorney, your ladybird deed, all of those different vehicles that help you to avoid probate and make sure that the transition of wealth in your family goes through as smoothly as possible. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in to another Homebuyer Academy. I am Chad Murray, and my brother Maurice Jones is on the road being a great father right now. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and let us know what you think about what we're doing in the comments. If you have any questions, go ahead and book a call. Hit the QR code in the top left-hand corner or right-hand corner, depending on how you're looking at the screen. But we are happy to help you through this